Hello. I'm going to go over some functionality added to our June 2022 release, which is version 4.39. We had some clients that are starting to use more proposed cost functionality, mostly because we're in the hyperinflation times that we seem to be in at this point. The proposed cost capability gives a company the ability to enter a cost that isn't in inventory. So think in terms of maybe a projected cost. You know that you're going to have a cost increase coming and you want to get ahead of that curve. And so you tell the system that at this date we're planning to have this cost, this raw material cost change, and this gives you the ability to do that. I have a proposed cost already configured. I'll just walk through this process with you. I've got one called 6-month projected. You can have as many cost IDs as you want, call it anything you want, etc. And the purpose really is to provide a different or a new cost that is different than, say, the inventory cost that you have. Vendors contact you and said, we're going to have a price increase of 20%, and you want to drop that in and then see what that impact would be on your production costs through a cost roll-up. So let's walk through that process. This proposed cost has been here for a very long time, but what we added in this release was to be able to kind of integrate with Excel. So we can export an existing cost structure and then re-import it. And I'm going to walk you through that process. So in this case, I'm just going to export, and it's going to ask me where do I want to put it. I'll just go ahead and put it right here in a particular folder, and it saves it, and then it opens Excel, and then within Excel, I can actually come and update that proposed cost. Now I can update it manually. I can sit here and key whatever new values. I can also add new raw materials. I can take away materials, etc. In this case, what I'm going to do is just add a column, and I'm going to do a quick calculation. And I'm going to say where my existing inventory cost, my ERP cost, I want to take that times 1.1. I'm going to increase by 10%. And I'll just take this, copy it, and I'll paste it here with a paste values, and the values are now in here. I can get rid of my calculation. So all I really did is I updated this cost to be 10% higher than my existing inventory cost. And all I need to do is just save that. I can do this any way I want. That was just a little Excel work to help me come up with some new numbers with you. You can key those manually if you want to. Then back in Vicinity now, we can do an import. Just keep an eye on, say, that point 2. I'm going to do an import and pick up that file I just saved. And it just went from 1.2 to 1.77, and the other numbers changed. It's basically 10% higher than this column called Dynamics. Now, we have added a lot of great functionality with that to be able to allow you to manipulate these costs and to work with them. The source of these proposed costs can be anything you want. They could be an increase from inventory. It could be off of a price list from your supplier. It could be maybe even a historic cost that you had somewhere else. And what you would do with that is in the component cost roll-up, you can actually use that proposed cost right here. So this is where it comes into play. This isn't new. This has been around for a long time. But now I can use this proposed cost and actually process it. And instead of using my inventory cost, it would be using my proposed cost, which is this cost per unit would be changing depending on that proposed cost that I had is actually, this cost per unit. So hopefully this helps. I think we're going to find more and more companies using the proposed cost functionality until prices start to settle down a little again. But another good example of where clients brought something to our attention to help them make their lives a bit easier. So just let us know what we can do to help out. We hope you enjoy this new feature. Thanks a lot and have a great day.